Hey guys, this is Gamer welcome back to Touhou, the Genius of Sapphirus. Last time we took out Genji and did a whole bunch of Mario Koopa references, and this time we're entering Genbu Swamp, because that's pretty much what we were doing going through the forest, is we were reaching this place. So yeah, also weird voice crack for no reason whatsoever. But yeah, Alice has never been here before, and she is kind of not sure how she didn't know about it, I suppose. But yeah, it is a secret spot. So how do you know about it then, Marissa? Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. What, a dream world within a dream world, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah, you would think so. You might have ended up here. Yep. Yeah, doesn't matter. It's a really weird structure, this one. It's actually kind of cool, but again, I don't really know much about this place, so yeah, why would they? Well, or would they really? Yeah, well, why wouldn't they? Indeed. So Tenchi and Genji are both sort of agreed and stuff. It has to be here. Well, inside the lake. Yeah, well, they are aquatic gods, right? So yeah, plus Lakebed Temple was mentioned, apparently. I wasn't actually paying attention to that, but yeah, the Lakebed Temple was mentioned, so that is where we are going. That's fair enough. You did manage to take that. Well, yeah, lake within the swamp, I could see that. I would think so. Yeah, that's another truth. That's another truth, because wasn't that the same thing that you did, that you guys did, Sanae, or Kaneko at least did? Yeah, let's go. So this place is a... Oh, we actually have an interruption first. I forgot that we usually have a cutscene with these guys now as well. Yeah. Well, that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, about that. I don't know about that myself. Urgent report, blah blah blah. And yeah, Genji's been defeated, and yeah, Vio is like, what? How did that happen? So yeah, standing down, blah blah blah. Indeed, not bad at all. Well, it wasn't the easiest to fight, so that it was more just actually beating him that was the hard part, not surviving it, which is interesting for this game, I suppose. How far can we get? Good question. Well, I mean, this is a game, right? We've got to get all the way to the end, but it's been a while. Oh, so we're gonna get to see Lithos after all, and here we go. So, this is Lithos, and we can only see the back of it just now, but she has two different colour snakes on it, which is kind of cool. And, yeah, I don't know about that. Apparently she is super serious, so... I know these two just making fun of stuff. Who needs guys anyway? This is kind of true coming from. Although that's probably just my take on stuff that way. But oh dear, just making fun of her entirely. It's yeah. There's definitely a elder-younger complex going on here. And then, of course. Anos is just super disturbing. Yeah. That's there's a lot of this, I guess, which you could skip if you really don't care for stuff. But to be honest, it adds to the characters, whatnot here. You know, it shows they're really kind of light-hearted compared to what you would expect for villains here. Yeah, Ron is pretty strong, so yeah. But we unfortunately did see the results of that a few like 3 parts ago or something, where yeah, other prey. Well, if we've seen Chen and we've seen Ran, then it's fairly obvious they're talking about Yukari here, right? Doesn't take a genius to infer that. And yeah, Yukari is kind of on the hunt as well, I see. But looks like they're getting closed in on all sides here. Because yeah, we're approaching them and Yukari is probably already here, to be honest. And yeah, that's that. But Yukari told us to deal with the instant, right? So I don't know quite what she's up to here. But yeah, these girls are definitely confident in their powers, that's for sure. So yeah, let's go. So like I was gonna say, this dungeon is pretty short, but at the same time there's a lot of enemies in here and the encounters are pretty tough. So we probably won't be making it through this place in one go. Also octopi, because reasons, I don't know. Let's get ourselves another magic shard. If we try and go up this way, then we'll have an encounter with some centipede dudes. Great centipedes. I think I should have changed Pachuli's skills before coming in here, but oh well. I am just gonna run a defensive formation here because I don't honestly remember exactly how bad this place gets. But I know I am using some, like 3 slightly lower level characters here, and I actually have Aya as my commander because it's about time she gets some levels again. What do I have a Slayer on here actually? Birds, beasts, plants. That's not what these guys are. These guys are insects. So, don't have a Slayer there. I think these guys can induce blindness and like Nash and some sort of status down. So that's a thing to watch out for. I'm pretty sure they're weak to earth. I think they're also weak to water. We're gonna find out just now. But I reckon earth is... it's either earth or thunder is the way to go here. And it looks like they're not weak to water, that's for sure. But obviously I don't have the greatest of skill setups on Sanae that way. You can see they do take a reasonable amount of damage here. So watch for that. You know, you've got to be a bit more sort of powerful for stuff here. There are a fair few enemies that Sakuya... oh, it is Thunder. Sakuya's tier 5 weapon can deal Slayer against, which is quite cool. And beyond that, you can also use Notori, because there's a lot of warrior magician style things here, so that's kind of cool. So they are counter-attacking physical, it seems, there as well, so you have to be careful of that. I think it might just be like, you know, a certain range of physical that they counter. But yes, if we head down here, see there's a lot of enemies around this area, and they're gonna try and stop us getting all the goods, but we're gonna be a bit quick for that, so that is good. This one, kind of impossible for me to get around at this point now, so oh well. But here we have tarantulas. Now these are weak to earth, so that's kind of good. You know, just like the spiders from before, and they also do count as insects, so again, no Slayer effect for me here, which is annoying. They have a paralysis inducing net, and I think they can still do the same stuff as before, so they can get slow cast on you. And yeah, I'm pretty sure at least one of their attacks is a paralysis inducing one. That's an AoE paralysis too, so kind of painful. You see, even with that diamond cutter on them, they're still standing very much on the offense here, so we do need to keep up a pretty strong attack level, which is why Winter Prayers is going to be quite good here. And with Alice defending us, we really shouldn't have too many issues surviving this place. There's a few instant death effects which I need to be a bit more cautious of, but other than that, we should be okay. You can see these guys are pretty sturdy towards physical attacks though, so yeah, magic is definitely the way to go against them. So that said, this actually looks like pretty much the way I was supposed to be going, so I don't know what I was going to be going against before, but oh well. We see some Sirens over here now, these a bit scantily clad I guess, but I mean, you don't really see anything too major there. They're the birds of this place, of course, so they actually do get slayed by Sakuya, assuming she can hit them, because birds usually do have really good evasion as such. But they're of course weak to electric, so we'll fire up some thunder, spring winds and stuff here. And yeah, Lullaby is a thing they can cast, so do make sure you res up. This is another stage, ouch, this is another stage where Sakuya is Sanae is kinda mandatory, because there's a ton of enemies in here which can cast nasty status conditions, and yeah, you do need your resistance buffs in this particular area. So it sort of goes between places. There's some places you don't need Sanae for, others you do. Singing Voice oh wow, nice. Singing Voice does induce great confusion, so that's just another thing you need to watch out for here. And from here it's not going to be too bad, just defend the rear characters here. We'll just knock out everything I can. And probably just Diamond Cutter this Tarantula down, take him out, and from there we basically just win. And we get a material I think that's steel that those guys drop. So Alice gets a level, of course Aya is getting like 4 times experience here or something, so she does have the experience boosting items on as well, so she can get some higher up levels here. Probably going to be using Aya as my commander for the next 2 stages, just to get her level up to roughly where we should be here. And yes, it is steel that we have. Also kind of funny that the Siren drops a wad of cash, but what can you do, right? So that wad of cash is the next block or shield. 20% chance to block everything, and yeah, it's a sturdy enough shield. Just doesn't activate very often, but on a character that can't even use shields and only really has it for running away, it's not too bad a thing. Yeah, this was the direction I was supposed to go, so I'm gonna head back the other way for a sec and just show you what's over the other side. Also, centaurs are the warrior magicians of this place, and they hurt a lot. These guys are probably more solid than the previous ones that we had here. Also, I didn't even say at the start of this fight, not even start of this fight, start of the video, or maybe the end of the last one, depends on where I actually put it in. Sakuya did get a new skill, which I haven't got equipped here, so I'll show that, and I actually didn't show the Amplify skill that Patchouli got either, so before I get too invested in this place, we'll show those off as well. But for now, we just need to do our best to strike through everything here. That was a lot of damage going out, and yeah, the physical attack drop is annoying, but hey, we have Patchouli's last word now, so that's good. Yeah, even with a resistance buff, these guys have enough induction where it can overpower that. It's kind of annoying. But what are you gonna do? That's just what these enemies have got as their like ability stuff. But I can use Winter Swords to cancel out the debuff, which is fine. And Patchouli's Big Bang is gonna do a ton of damage here. Let's see how much this does. Oh yeah, that's cool. A lot of power coming out there. So from here, whoa, unique material as well, that is super cool. I don't remember which one this is, but whatever. And we start getting some new skills for Patchouli as well. This is what the 40s are going to give Patchouli is more stuff there. Oh, beautiful! It's Notori stuff. That's awesome. I do need more Notori parts, so very nice for that. So, since we have a couple of new skills here, let's take a look. Obviously we're placing Killing Doll for the Perfect Murder Doll. Takes a lot more stuff, but it hits between 3 and 6 times rather than 2 and 4. So that's actually super good. And the cooldown is quite severe. It is a 3-turn cooldown even when you factor in the reduction, but it's a hugely powerful skill. This thing can hit a ton of times, and yeah, just a great skill to have. So how do I want to change Patchouli's stuff here? I think water's not really something which is too much of a thing here, but you can see now we have some stronger skills for our AoE stuff. So we have multi-target medium strength rather than low strength. Now these do have a 3-turn cooldown, of course, as you can see, so even with our reductions we will always have a 1-turn cooldown on this skill. So it's a little bit more situational perhaps, but it gives you more firepower against all targets, and it looks really cool as well. So I do like this this skill set quite a bit. I'm actually going to put Royal Flare on as well, because light is something that is pretty good in this place. So yeah, we'll have that. And I should really keep at least one water skill, because you know, I do have the Rod of Mannanan on, so whatever. So let's just quickly backtrack through. We're going to have to fight some centaurs here as well. Sword centaurs do have shields, so that's kind of annoying. The lance ones do not, but they do have very powerful skills of their own. So that is something you do have to watch. I don't think I need to resistance buff these guys, so I'm just going to Window Prez instead, and we'll show off how Salamander Bomb looks like here, because this should do a decent amount of damage. Yeah, Imperial Charge is annoying. It's why I didn't put Patchouli and Sanae in the middle, because they are a bit less defensive. And yeah, Salamander Bomb looks really cool. Oh, I forgot that guy had Samadare Slash. That could be bad if it hits the back row significantly. But we can take them out without too much issue from here. And yeah, that'll be basically that. So just get a bit extra power. And oh, they have Drain Sword too, yikes. So Drain Sword doubles the amount of damage. Wow, nice. Some materials too. You heal for twice the amount of damage that you take, or they heal for twice the amount of damage that they deal to you. It's super annoying, and hey, Aya gets a new skill too. It's good. Yeah, it's a really annoying trait, to be honest, but whatever. Slice and Cut is the mid tier for Aya here. She does get one more set of skills this way, like really late on in the game, but they're, you know, post game basically, because she won't get them beforehand. So over here, which is where I actually thought was not the path of progress to start, I must be thinking of a different room. See, there's a locked door here that will unlock later, I believe. But here is just a simple way of getting the next level of our accessory stuff. So resistance plus 30, pretty good. I'm not actually using the resistance gear at the moment though, so you know, I don't need it right now, but it's important to know that it's there. Because res plus 30 is powerful, let's be honest. It's a very strong trait here. So let's go ahead and go into here this time, because this is a different area again. And there are some new enemies to fight in this particular bit, but I'd rather not right now if I could avoid it. There's a chest up there, don't forget to grab that. You can see just how many enemies there are in this place, it's really awkward. And Sakuya can finally get an upgrade to her headshot goggles too. So 45 accuracy I believe is what we have here, so very nice, giving her 173. Powerful stuff. And yeah, we're sort of getting close to the end tier type of equipment stuff here. We also get another meteorite, which is really good. I can definitely use that. And then we have a couple of nasty enemies in this place. So let's go over what we have. So we have the Small Flayer, which is a powerful version of the Mind Flayers, just another upgrade to them here. They have an attack called Blaster, which is a single target move that can either paralyze you or occasionally instant kill you. It's also more powerful than the Mind Blast, of course, which they can still do. But yeah, they're just as annoying as they used to be. And I can actually hit the entire party here. This would be great if I had Marissa, I guess. They are, of course, fairly resistant to magic as they were before. You can instant kill them though, which is what I'm going to try and do here. And obviously resistance buff them. And we shall Spring Wind because of stuff here. Now, the guy in the middle, Hein, is a weird enemy. It has no weakness and resistance to begin with, but it can use something called Barrier Change, which will make it weak to one particular thing and resistant to pretty much everything else that it could, that you could have against it. And then it tends to start favoring like that land elements as well. So yeah, they're annoying when they start using that. They also have like 3,500 HP or something. They're really quite sturdy, and that's annoying, let's be honest. So I'm going to actually go for the Perfect Murder Doll here, and we're going to try and take it out like as quick as I can, because they do suck a lot, and if I could take it out before a barrier changes, that would be really nice. Fortunately not going to happen, but I do take out the Flayer, which is good. And yeah, they have all sorts of elemental stuff as well. They're fairly tanky too, so actually damaging them is not easy. I think you can instant kill them though, so we're going to try and do that, but I'm not sure if that works. I'm just sort of vaguely going off in memory here. If it would work, that would be amazing, but if it doesn't, well, that's too bad. Oh no, you can. Cool. Okay, so instant death works well here. Yomu would be pretty good for that. Satori, if you've got skills for her, would be awesome for that. I unfortunately don't right now, so I can't use Satori for instant death because I did not get Death Breath in the last stage. Should probably go back and get that, to be honest, because it is a really good skill. Satori does do quite well here, but I've used Satori in most of the recent stages, which is why I don't want to use her quite yet here, as Reimu gets another skill, the Orichalcum, which is a pretty neat skill, although it does take a bomb, so I'm probably not going to use it here. But just so you can see, Aura Gem of course heals a medium amount of health, which is a bit more than the Fuda does. Aura Jewel takes a bomb but recovers a lot of health. So this is a really good skill to have around if you are using Reimu for defensive stuff, because yeah, that's a lot of healing right there. Also, we have a donation box, and if you look very, very closely, you might just be able to see it with YouTube stuff. There is actually a box here with the Adamantite shard for the stage. So yeah, I actually did remember about that one, so that's pretty good. There's nothing over this way, so don't waste your time with that. There's nothing behind there either. So that's all that we need to do in that particular section. But there's actually something behind the waterfall here as well, which has the Dragon Shield and Launch Earrings free, which is induction plus 45 if I remember correctly.
So I'm probably going to be leaving this stage really soon because I'm running very, very low on MP and I don't really have a way of dealing with that with this party, so I'm probably going to just, like, call it at that, I guess. Because yeah, the one thing with Sakuya, even though she has like plus 40 MP because of Go Tree stuff, her MP runs out very, very quickly, and
there isn't a whole lot I can do about that. That's just kind of Sakuya in a nutshell. Anyway, as I said, 45 induction for the Launch Earrings free is a fantastic item, definitely worth having. And Yeah, this Dragon Shield is pretty good too. Sometimes resists against the core elements and also is good against physical, but it has a passive effect of reducing breath damage by 33%. Which is good enough that I'm actually going to just put that on Sakuya, because why not? It's really quite strong, to be honest. So yeah. And then, of course, we have here where there is absolutely nothing of worth. That is basically just to go, hey, doofus, there's a thing over there. Also, there's a chest up there, but we'll get to that at a later time. So that is all that you can do over this side, and I got myself royally stuffed up in terms of position now. I'm just going to run from this fight. Oh, their basic attacks can inflict charm. I actually didn't realise that. And I can't run away, of course, because why not? Was that Great Confusion? No, that's Poison. I was going to say, that Great Confusion would have been really weird there, but yeah, there's a lot of status effects that come out in this stage. So, obviously, resistance is a very solid thing to have. So that is all that we have down here, but we do have a Yukari, so let's go ahead and take on Yukari. It's only a basic one, so I'm just gonna have it run away immediately, apparently. Oh well, that's fine. If that's what it wants to do, that's what it's going to do. So in here we have another box, and we have these girls. So these girls actually do have an item I want. These are the Persephone. They are undead, so Sakuya's tier 5 weapon is very good against them. And they have a solid field spell called World After Death, I believe it is, where basically they increase the damage and like potential of instant death moves. Of course, they're really vulnerable to light, and they do have some instant death attacks of their own, so yeah, be careful, but they're not super ultra like mega dangerous, especially if you have Rainbow around. I find resistance buff is usually enough, although of course they can insta-kill with World After Death on, which is annoying, but what can you do? Let's go ahead and use Alice Guard. She'll take 0 damage for the next few turns, and we're just gonna go all in with the attack power here, I think. I think it's basically at the point where we just want to go full on super offense and just take them out. I have instant death resistance on Alice, and whoa, that Royal Flare just completely bodied him. Go Patchouli! Good god. They have an accessory which I want, but I very rarely
managed to get it. Actually, it's a super difficult one to get hold of, but oh well. Yeah, Patchouli's running out of MP as well, so basically everybody's just running short on mana at this point. So I do need to leave fairly soon. But I think we're only about the screen away from the rest of the stage being done, so I might just tough it out. I don't know. Okay. These instant death obviously is pretty good when you're using it yourself, so it's nice sometimes to have that instant death in your favor. Do I want to use Perfect Murder? I think it's a little bit overkill. We'll just use Jagger over here. And Contact Magic Attack and Royal Flare because I nuked them. Yeah, nuked this thing last time. I think, kind of like Remulia, it actually has resistance to the other elements as well. Jesus. Doesn't cease to amaze me.
Just how powerful Patchouli's spell cards can be, you know. Don't underestimate them like ever. She might not be able to use them too often, but when she can, holy crap, she can use them. Oh, I suppose we do have another one of the enemies here, but I really... No, I can't really afford to deal with these right now. So I am going to run because I don't have the MP to survive the stuff here. In order to finish this stage we do need a gold key, so that is something we have to just explore the top part for. And, well, I don't think it'll take too much longer. It's just a, can I run from enough fights in order to make it work? That's the question here. So, I want the box. Give me that box! Thank you. Spare parts for Notori, that is really good. Let's lower this guy down here so I can just run straight past. There we go. And whilst we're here, we can not go ahead and grab anything from that. We grab the box down there. Don't forget it, like I've said before. and that's where the Orichalcum is, so not exactly very well hidden in this stage. It's very easy to pick up the shards in this stage, and this might be the first like instance where you go, oh yeah, there's actually stuff like that around, you know. This is not going to... Okay, I shouldn't have said anything, apparently that did end well. Oh, behind this waterfall is absolutely nothing, so we go down this way, and this should lead us to the gold key eventually. Just lots of enemies. Oh, this guy as well. Oh, I actually have Slayer against this guy with Sakuya, so screw it, we'll do this fight. This thing, I have no recollection of what this thing actually does. That's bad. I don't even remember what it's weak to. Yeah, I really don't remember anything about this guy. I think it drops a spear that has like 100 exorcism, and apparently lightning's its weakness. Okay. Oh, it could petrify. Ouch. Satori can actually learn that petrify too, but yikes. Okay, I think a Foeder of Healing does cure that, but obviously I'll just take it out before that, I think, because with it being weak to Thunderbolt. Oh no, really? Ouch. Oh, and the Foeder doesn't heal that. Okay, so that is one permanent status that the Foeder of Healing does not cure. So in that case, I'm just going to cover Patchouli, because Patchouli can Thunderbolt and finish it off here. Yeah. Just in case it was actually able to get someone off there, as Aya gets another level, 235, pretty solid. So in here we have another box with the Squirrel Hairpin. That is 45, is that 45 speed? It is indeed 45 speed. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And then we need to get past these two. Oh, I was hoping not to see this guy in my low MP state, but oh well, that is where we go. Officer Demons get another freaking upgrade and turn all Blue Eyes White Dragon kneecaps on us. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. Yeah, I guess I can't silence it anymore, so we're just gonna have to use what I have available to me here. This is one of the reasons I have Royal Flare on, but obviously that is only going to go so far. Demon Blast can be kind of powerful, but the Demon Collider requires the land to be less in favor of light, so Aether Spray really does help out here. It has other attacks it can do as well. Demon Tempest is particularly strong, but also requires the land to be less in favor of light, so that is fine. I'm not going to attack with Patchouli until I can get more stuff that way though, until the land is hopefully more in favor of light. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it at that, but also it has all the other usual stuff that way, like Breathless Strikes. It has more sort of firepower. But essentially, Reimu is still more or less superior to these guys in terms of just raw damage dealing, so keep that in mind, and you should be able to win out against this guy. If you can manage to turn the land heavily enough in favor of light, then it can't do most of its attacks. Like Demon Collider, Demon Tempest, I think it might have one other one, I forget if there's a stronger one. Most of the time it just can't do them because the land is against it. It's too far against it. I'm tempted to Royal Flare, but at the same time I want to just get the damage out here with without that. Oh wow, I forgot it actually has Shadow Flare too, okay. Kind of makes sense, and this would be the enemy you would want to learn Shadow Flare off of if you could. You know, with Satori can learn it, but only at level 50 and beyond. So when you are at level 50, if you could come back and fight this guy and get Shadow Flare, that'd be really great. Because it is such a good skill. And there we go. Oh wow, we also got a weapon off it too. That's awesome. because this guy is rather rare, but also has 777 experience. Kind of ironic at that. Also a new skill for Alice too. But yeah, we got the Stormbringer. That's pretty cool. But let's take a look at the skill first, because this is one of Alice's only offensive skills. And you take about 25% of your own HP away, but that HP, the more HP you take away, the more damage you do. I believe is how this works. Expensive attack, but it can do a lot of damage, and yeah, for Alice it's a surprisingly high power offensive skill. Not particularly terrible to have around, even though I probably won't ever use it. It's still not like it's not a bad skill. But anyway, the item that we got, the Stormbringer, gives 50% exorcism, has resistance to dark, which is really good, and also gives you 33% of the damage that you've dealt back as HP. That's powerful. It's a really good sword, actually. It's just I'm more transitioning to character specific stuff now, but that is a strong weapon, and you could do a lot with something like that. So yeah, that's a great one to get. Also, this isn't actually a door, it's just that's where the key is. So yeah, but with that we are basically done with this stage. I don't remember how you get that though. I think that is actually something which you need to come down from somewhere else to get. So we'll try and find that just now. I know this is sort of running on a bit longer than I was thinking it would. I do not have the MP for doing this. Oh, their basic attacks can do paralysis as well. That's not fun. Because yeah, their basic attacks obviously also do instant death, so not so good. They can inflict both status now. Usually it was just instant death, but yeah. But the key won't take too long to place back in. As you can see, the enemies are very numerous in this stage, so it's not a huge stage, but do prepare to battle a lot, as we've been seeing. Oh, no, not doing these fights because I just do not want to. I do not have the MP, and Patchy fell down. And Alice, even though she has 3 stages of resistance to instant death, can still get caught by instant death from these guys. That's how rough the status conditions can be. Actually, can you just go like past here? No, you can't. Darn it! Tremor Wave is an earth attack, I think, so it would probably be lightning weak at that point, but even then, sometimes that doesn't necessarily work either. I've never really worked out how exactly you tell what status that guy has. So if we just go up here, then this opens up to that, so you get some gold, which is really good, and then, that's a lot of enemies. I think this stage should be done if I go through this door up here. So yeah, there we go. That's the end of the stage. But of course we have a couple other things to get first. A box up here with some iron, which is pretty good. And I just want to show what is down the bottom here. Still not going to do these fights because I want to just show something off here. Yeah, that's actually an axe, not a lance there. And Deplorable Hit is actually Remu's final thing. So yeah, that's kind of annoying to come across. But it's a really strong hit, basically. And you just don't want to get smashed by that if you are someone like Patchouli. But if you go down here, then you can open up a switch. And this switch gives you a really good shortcut back to the start of the stage. So you can skip through this stage in a matter of moments once you have that opened up, which is super cool. So with that done, this has been GamerCal playing Touhou, the Genius of Sapphiros, and next time as I finish off this battle here. Next time we shall go ahead and knock out the enemies in this place, get some more levels, which should be nice considering the strength of the area, and yeah, we'll do that. Gotta get ourselves up some more gear, because I think there are a fair few enemies, or maybe there's not that many enemies I haven't come across yet, but there is some gear I want from this stage. A shield in particular I think drops on this stage that I want, so yeah. Let's just show off Straw Dog Kamikaze as well, why not? May as well whilst I'm here, and we'll just bust out all the spell card stuff, why not? Boost our attack and flare as well. Wow, that actually goes first, so hits everything, does a decent amount of damage, like not at this level because I don't have good power gear, but late on in the game you can do a fair amount of damage with that attack, and it can inflict the status too. Wow, that guy counter-attacked as he died, that was weird. Anyway, see you guys next time.